Hey guys, my name is Matthew John Armstrong. Thank you for watching. This is a little different video than normal. If you look at my channel, you'll see that it's quite obvious. I am here in Tijuana, Mexico, back in Tijuana, to continue treatments because I'm healing cancer creatively using alternative and natural methods, as well as being a catalyst for your positive transformation and to inspire and encourage you to live all that you are called to live in this life. To be free, to know truth, and to keep it playful. This video I want to talk about something, but before I get there I want to tell you why I'm doing this differently. I actually left Dallas. I was there for 5 days to see my kids. We had a spring break Christmas. More to come on that in a future vlog, but I left and actually left my camera in my bedroom. I can't believe it. I had everything, got some extra equipment, and left the thing that you almost would never see me without. And anyway, that's being mailed to me. My friend Simon, he encouraged me. He said, man, dude, while you don't have that camera, you still got a camera in your phone. And so I'm making this with actually my Mac because my phone died. So, but Simon, thank you for the encouragement, and you're right. But what am I talking about today? Well, what I want to talk about is realizing the value of this amazing gift you've been given. That is the gift of choice, okay? The gift of choice. Now, 90+% of your choices on a daily basis are actually the byproduct of your subconscious habits. These are things you don't even realize you're doing, okay? What's interesting, though, is that even though these are subconscious habits that are driving most of your choices, you would miss the opportunity of a lifetime if you didn't recognize that even these subconscious habits that drive your choices can change, okay? You are literally one choice away from a different life, from a different body, even a different brain. You can literally rewire your brain by choices you make. How amazing is that? So consider the power you've been given and granted with the ability to choose. And if this is something that excites you or speaks to you, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How do we get started? I want you to tell yourself, literally tell yourself on purpose out loud what sort of choices you would like to make or what kind of choices you want to make differently. Okay? And when you do that, when you actually make that commitment from your heart and say that out loud, you are going to run into the next video, the next book, the talk, the information you need to encourage you and give you what you need to take the next biggest little step. By the way, that's a future book title of mine, The Next Biggest Little Step. But look out, because when you actually choose to make a choice to actually make a different choice, you will get what you need. And each of us have this ideal version of ourselves that can inform our choices. And that ideal version of yourself is who you're designed to grow into. See, growth and change are the way of nature. And God's given you sufficient challenges to require that potential, that greatness, to manifest. And see, it's that greatness inside of you, that light, that image of the I am in which you were created. It's always for your best, always and forever for your best. And your best, that potential, will only be realized when you make a choice to face the tragedy of life, the challenges of life, with an active awareness that says, this is an opportunity. This holds an opportunity for me to grow. It's true, it does. And when you do that, you discover what it means to actually live a life that's meaningful. And I can tell you, friends, meaning is more powerful than happiness any day of the week. Said another way, the realest version of you is that greatness and potential inside of you. And it only manifests when it's required and invited. So look, when things are uncomfortable enough, when you face tragedy, when the challenges are sufficient enough, so allow this truth to inform your current challenge, your current situation. And if you don't have a challenge currently that's big enough, let's make one. And let's make one just big enough that you currently can't achieve it or you're incapable of actually being able to do it now. See, It's that sort of challenge that is too much for you right now, that requires more of you. And that challenge that requires more of you than you are right now is the very thing that is the key to manifesting your potential. See, the single greatest barrier, though, to being able to really embrace this truth is not what you'd expect. To fully live into the potential you're called to, you've got to face the fact that the reason why you're unable to have this sort of outlook on life is because you don't respect yourself. It's a lack of respect. And this lack of respect for ourselves comes from us not loving who we are and actually even resenting who we are in our lives. And you know what? We can resent ourselves even as people who fully acknowledge that we are loved by God and that God loves us. And you know what? The reason why is for good reason. We all know the messes that we are, the messes we are in. We know better than anyone the frailty of ourselves and our weaknesses. And so it's no wonder people lack respect for themselves. So this is where you have to begin to make choices that build respect for yourself. And today, you're going to take a step with me. I'm going to encourage you to do that. The thing is, even with this lack of respect, we've been shown a way out of this mess. And it's been hidden in that old rugged cross, the message of the cross of Jesus. And we miss it, you see. See, we all know in our core, the core virtue is to love God and love people. But we forget that we are a people too. And if you don't learn what it means to love you, then you really aren't capable of loving God or others as you were intended. And get this, you aren't capable of fulfilling your potential. Why? Now, I want to expound on that further in another video, but I will tell you that I've had this revelation that relates to what it is we're tapping into when we really love ourselves and its relationship to the universe and our Creator. But I'm going to just move on from that for now. But I want you to remember that with all the talk I'm describing about, becoming your potential, you must believe you are worth it. And the message of the cross is that the very source of life itself believes you are worth it. No more guilt. No more shame. No more self-destructive habits or patterns that keep you weak. No more reason for running from or hiding from the ultimate good for your life. What greater authority, what greater ideal for humanity is there to say that you deserve being loved than the very intelligence that created life and the universe itself? It's crazy, but it makes so much sense once you realize that it's this love, this unconditional love, that is the highest potential for good to emerge in any given circumstance. And you unlock your potential when you love yourself fully without condition. And like I always say, God isn't what you think. So stop trying to figure it out and start moving. Start making a choice. A choice that says, I am worth developing and becoming the potential. I deserve making choices that honor the gift I've been given with this life. And don't try to make a choice that is beyond you to the point where you are destined to fail, but don't settle for making choices that are completely within your current capability. Choose to make a choice that is sufficiently hard that it requires the greatness within you to be drawn to the surface to the challenge, to the tragedy, so that you could triumph and discover that the power of who you really are is more than the circumstances and the situations that would seek to define you otherwise. Thank you, friends. My name is Matthew John Armstrong. I appreciate you spending these few moments with me. This is a little different video. What did you think? Hope this spoke to you. You might want to listen to it a few times because I said a lot in a short amount of time. And there's some real treasure in there for you. Be sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you haven't already so you'll be notified for future videos. And remember that we're all in this together. I'm currently in a situation where I do require your support. You can do that by buying a t-shirt at MatthewJohnArmstrong.com. That's one way to support me with my original designs with statements that are, positive affirmations that, you matter, life matters, like people matter, like be about what matters most. But also you could, support me at the GoFundMe link I'll put in the description. I love you all, and I encourage you. You are worth fighting for. Thank you so much.